Spoiler alert, this black guy right here, he gets it first. Blair Witch up next. Let's go.
Brian's cosigns.
What's up, y'all? You are now rocking with Brian's cosigns. I am Brian Gunn. 17 years ago, the world was introduced to a movie called The Blair Witch Project, which was entirely shot using a shaky camcorder, which became a cult classic. 17 years later, director Adam Wingard attempts to recreate the magic with the sequel, Blair Witch. In this movie, James, the brother of Heather, one of the original members who went missing trying to find the witch, runs across some footage which he thinks is her. After all these years, convinced that it's her, he rounds up his friends and they go to the Black Hills Forest to try to rescue her. One of those friends is Lisa. She's a documentarian and she'll be shooting all of the footage. They go into the town, they meet up with two locals. The locals act as guides, and then the fun starts. Now, me personally, I never could quite get an understanding of why people love the Blair Witch so much. I mean, it was like a bunch of shaky cameras, and I'm looking at this getting a headache and vertigo. Hey, so has anything changed? Well, yeah, there are some things that have changed, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. So what's changed in the movie is an upgrade in technology. Drones are introduced. You have a GPS system, navigation, and a bigger budget, believe me on that, and also the sound editing. The sound editing is the best thing about this movie, which is kind of bad to say. What's remained the same is the script. Exact same script. Exact same thing. There are little changes here and there, but other than that, you're watching the Blair Witch Project. One of my biggest gripes about this movie is its predictability. You can see it coming a mile away. It's like this. If I count to 1, 2, what's coming next? You got it. You got it. So if you knew I was about to say 3, you know what's about to come when you watch Blair Witch. There's a particular scene where they're crossing a creek and there's a girl who messes up her foot. She cuts her foot. And right then you know that that's going to be the one to slow him down. Hey, and that's in the first act. We hadn't even gotten in a good 10 minutes of the movie, and it sets it up just like that. Another problem with this movie is the excessive amount of jump scares. Oh my God. It cheapens the movie. You're already scared by you being in the woods at night, wondering if a witch is really out there. You don't need someone coming up behind you with a boo type of scare. It's not even realistic if you're outside in the forest. Found footage is supposed to enhance the realness of a film. But what this director did is he directed his actors in such a way that totally detracts from this movie. Now, there are some genuinely scary moments in Blair Witch, I'm not going to lie. But those moments are few and far in between. The first act, it feels like it takes forever. The movie is an hour, 29 minutes long. And the last 10 minutes, I'm going to ride for the last 10 minutes of this movie. It's very scary. I'll give it that. But let me put this in perspective. An hour, 29 minutes. Let's say you have a smashing session. You know what I mean by smashing, right? Okay. So you have a smashing session for 15 minutes. The first 13 minutes of that smashing session are whack. But they come through in the last 2 minutes. Okay? Hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to praise the whole smashing session, or are you gonna talk about the smashing session just like I'm talking about this movie? There you have it. Listen, Blair Witch isn't that scary. I was actually in my seat laughing at some of these scenes. It's very predictable, so I ain't even gonna waste any more of your time. I am giving Blair Witch a straight to DVD cosign.
Yo, you like movies? I got those DVDs. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Blair Witch is going to have a cult following. I get that. They're going to go see it, and they'll probably like it, and they'll probably come for me with this review. Hey, Blair Witch, have you seen it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Put your comments down south. Let me check them out. Subscribe, and as always, take your ass to the movies. All right?
Brian's cosign. Yeah.
Blair Witch. The Scarlet Witch is scarier.